They really do.
Well,
Okay, we're back.
Ready? Okay, we're back.
Yay!
So,
Yeah.
this time we're going to talk a little bit about creativity. You know, usually it's songwriting, but just creativity in general. And you guys play a lot, don't you?
Mm.
How do you keep it fresh?
It's a good question. We've always kind of struggled to find rehearsal time that works for both of us.
Oh well,
True
God,
story.
welcome to music.
Yeah. Dee is a wonderful mother of 5.
Five.
I have 5 kids and I'm a teacher, so my day is very full of many unreasonable demands. So I had to make a few of my own, and I think that's how I keep it fresh. When we perform, that's like an outlet. That's like,
Yeah.
I'm doing one thing. I'm right here. I'm playing this song with this gorgeous fiddle player and singer and collaborator. And Kerri has just a gift for improv. She can take any old trad line and make it gorgeous and unique every time. So
Yeah.
I think we also at some of our shows, not all of them. And we've done some opening shows for bands coming through from Ireland, like at the Cedar Cultural Center, and those are really special
Oh yeah.
times.
Yeah.
But for some of our like longer our pub sets, like at the Dubliner, sometimes I'll just be like, "Hey Dee, let's just try this thing that we've never done before, and we'll just do something on the spot and work it out on
that's
stage."
how we'll add
Yeah.
to the repertoire.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
honestly, I just mentioned that in our little chat, like, oh, we might just hang out a little bit.
Yeah.
Work on a couple things while we're together in the same room with our instruments.
True story.
But also a lot of things have kind of come about that way, and then they evolve over time. And it's
Yeah.
like, well, let's put that song with that tune that we did that week. So we're like arranging on the fly a lot of times, and vice versa too. Dee has a wonderful broad repertoire of songs that we're still delving into
Kinda
and
working
finding.
through.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who's the more prolific? Because you both write. You haven't really written together a SisterTree, right?
No, not really.
Okay.
I wrote quite a few when I was in high school, but I think they stand up when I page through my old notebooks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I started out at the Renaissance Festival, and I had a crush on this boy who I eventually married.
Okay.
But there's hanging upside down from the rafters with a kitten and his beautiful shirt and his long dark hair. So anyway, I wrote a lot of beautiful love songs to that particular friend of mine, and I put music to some of his poetry because he's a poet. So I do have a bunch of songs, but they're kind of in one little realm.
Right,
They're kind of from a
right.
different part of my life. So, and I know.
So do
Kerri
they?
has
So
a
do they all?
subject
Is that tend to be the genre you have written?
that I have written? Yeah, more like putting poetry to music,
And it's more
or
folk and Celtic.
very
or,
folky.
Okay.
Yeah, I wouldn't
And I'm the
classify
You're the
myself
same.
any other way.
I mean, probably one of the one of the reasons why we do what we do is it's hard to find places to play. I think part of the reason for that is that I don't write anyone. I've written a couple of really good country songs, but just a couple. And I've written some really good blues songs, just a couple, and some good rock songs. And I don't write enough of any one to be a country band. Or
Be the
a
thread,
rock
the
band
Kerri.
or-
But
Yeah.
if it's your music, you can be
Yeah,
the thread that
my
runs
attention.
through.
Honestly, my attention span is too short. I would get bored. That's like I had a cover band. My first band was a cover band, and we play covers, but we're not a cover band. We play about 60 or 70% my music, and then we fill it in with some what we call oddball covers. Like
Yeah, I love oddball
stuff.
covers.
Jerry Reed. When's the last time you heard somebody do a Jerry Reed song?
Gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we do a couple.
And I'm very, very similar in terms of my process. I've never been a prolific songwriter. I have a few that I'm really proud of. They're very strong pieces, but you can hear this broad range of influences in those pieces. You've got one or two that sound really jazzy, bluesy, and then some that are like very Celtic-y folk, and some that are actually poems that I set to music that are more contemporary folk, like kind of
Ethereal.
new ethereal folk kind of sounding. So it's been really interesting trying to tie those together, and I'm actually putting all of my strongest material on an EP that'll be coming out in the next.
Cello's going to be
6 months.
recording with you.
Yeah.
Our
We've
own
already
cello.
started working on it.
Yeah.
And I'm really proud of how it's sounding.
Good.
But for the most part, I consider myself also an interpreter rather than a songwriter or a composer.
Right.
I love to interpret other people's music, and I think that there are so many incredible songs that I think deserve to stay alive into new generations. And so, I do a lot of that. Like, I'm doing some with another project. I'm doing some incredible string band, Gordon Lightfoot. I'm trying to think. I think Incredible String Band is probably the most obscure.
Yeah, that's one not a lot of people do.
Yeah. But I mean, I love taking songs from the 60s and 70s particularly, and bringing them into.
That's when I remember watching the Beatles the first time on Ed Sullivan and going, oh yeah,
More please.
more please,
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are going to do another song for us.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming. This has been
my pleasure.
This is kind of what this is all about. It's just meeting people and new music and new ideas, and that's so thanks for being part of it.
Well,
we appreciate
it's a pleasure.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks. SisterTree, everybody.
Thank you, Greg.
Oh.
Okay, another old ballad.
Super old story.
Super old. I mean, untraceable roots, probably, at least hundreds of years old, if not a millennia.
Mm-hmm. But it's about recycling.
Yes.
Yes.
And there's a haunting. There's a haunted
spirits.
violin. Yeah. It is a murder ballad. This is called The Cruel Sister. Also goes by many other names. The Dreadful Wind and Rain.
That's how I first learned.
The Bows of London. The Bonnie Swans.
Mm-hmm.
Lorena McKenna did a version called The Bonnie Swans. And so this is just our take on that.
Mm-hmm.
And what are the tunes that we?
At the end, it has so many letters. It's a Hungarian song that was taken by Finns and turned into a traditional tune.
Okay.
And so you'll hear this vivacious tune at the end for my Scandinavian roots.
Perfect. Father lived in the North Country, lay the pen to the Bonnie Broom, and he had daughters 1, 2, 3. La 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 la. His daughters walked by the river's brim, laid their pen to the Bonnie Broom, and the eldest pushed her sister in. La 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 la. She pushed her in and she watched her drown. Lay the pen to the Bonnie Broom. She watched her body float along. La 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 la. Sometimes she sank, sometimes she swam. Lay the pen to the Bonnie Broom until she came to the miller's dam. La 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 la. And the miller's daughter, dressed in red, lay the pen to the Bonnie Broom, went for some water to bake her bread. La 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 la. Oh, Father, Daddy, there swims a swan. Lay the pen to the Bonnie Broom. It's very like a gentlewoman. La 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 la. And they laid her out on the bank to dry. Lay the pen to the Bonnie Broom, and a fool with a fiddle come riding by. La 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 la. made fiddle pegs from her fingers fair. Lay the bed to the Bonnie Broom. He made fiddle strings from her golden hair. Fa la 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 la. And he made a fiddle out of her breastbone. Lay the bed to the Bonnie Broom, and his sound would pierce the heart of stone. Fa la 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 la. So she took her way to the king's high hall. Lay the bed to the Bonnie Broom. There was music, dancing and all. Fa la 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 la. He laid the fiddle down upon the stall. Lay the bed to the Bonnie Broom. Straight it began to play alone. Yonder sits my father the king. Lay the bed to the Bonnie Broom. There to sit my mother the king. Fa la 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 la. And there to sit my sister Sue. Lay the bed to the Bonnie Broom. And by her William sweet and true. Fa la 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 la. And there to sit my false sister Anne. Lay the bed to the Bonnie Broom, who drowned me for the sake of a man. Fa la 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 la. Lots of lyric flubs in there. What are you gonna do? And my fiddle
Well, we
was out of
don't know
tune.
Do you want to do this song again?
It was really out of tune. I think it's the adjusting to the temperature in here.
You can do the song again if you want to.
I wouldn't mind doing that. It felt really wonky. Settled in now. I wouldn't mind giving it another run.
Just go ahead and just introduce. I just introduced you and walked away, and you guys are picking it up.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Dave.
Give her a second here.
First?
Thank you.
Yeah. Show me the all clear. I like to say that like this.
So another really old folk traditional ballad. I think this one has roots in England and Scotland, but it's just very hard to trace because it's from everywhere in that part of the world.
Mm-hmm. And haunted instruments just go all the way back to the beginning. Like when they first invented the harp, it's because the queen heard the wind through the sound of the rotting whale carcass on the beach. And she's like, make me an instrument that sounds like this. So this is a recycling song. It's a murder ballad.
Mm-hmm.
It's haunted. There's justice. There's
There's a nice Hungarian tune at the end.
nice Hungarian
Finnish.
Finnish by way of Hungary.
Okay.
so I have learned. Anyway.
This is The Cruel Sister. I'm sure it will be recognizable to many people. So, let's do The Cruel Sister.
Sounds good to me.
So, old murder ballad. Very well-traveled song. This is... I was mostly familiar with The Dreadful Wind and Rain and
Me
The Bows
too.
of London by Martin Carthy.
There's the Bonnie Swans
By Lorena McKennitt. And after fiddling around with it, hardy har har, this is the version that we came up with. This is Cruel Sister, SisterTree.
We would never do this to each other.
No.
There would never be any betrayal of any sort, I'm sure.
No. I think it's easier for chosen sisters, maybe.
Yeah.
Father lived in the North Country, played the band to the Bonnie Broom. He had daughters, 1, 2, 3. Fa la 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 la. The daughters walked by the river's brim, played the band to the Bonnie Broom, and the eldest pushed the youngest in. Fa la 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 la. She pushed her in, and she watched her drown. Laid the pen to the Bonnie Broom, watched her body float along. Fa la 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 la. Sometimes she sank, sometimes she swam. Laid the pen to the Bonnie Broom, until she came to the miller's dam. Fa la 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 la. And the miller's daughter, dressed in red, laid the bed to the Bonnie Broom, went for some water to make her bread. Fa la 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 la. Oh, Father, Daddy, there swims a swan. Lay the bed to the Bonnie Broom. It's very like a gentlewoman. Fa la 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 la. So they laid her out on the bank to dry. Lay the bed to the Bonnie Broom, and a fool with a fiddle come riding by. Fa la 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 la. From her fingers fair, lay the bed to the Bonnie Broom. He made fiddle strings from her golden hair. La 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 la. And he made a fiddle out of her brass bone. Lay the bed to the Bonnie Broom. The sound would pierce a heart of stone. La 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 la. Took her away to the king's high hall. Lay the bed to the Bonnie Broom. There was music, dancing and all. Fa la 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 la. He laid the fiddle down upon a stone. Lay the bed to the Bonnie Broom. A song will pierce the heart of stone. Sit my father the king, lay the bed to the Bonnie Broom. There to sit my mother the queen. La 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 la. And there does sit my sister Sue, lay the bed to the Bonnie Broom. And by her William sweet and true. La 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 la. There does sit my false sister Anne, lay the bed to the Bonnie Broom, who drowned me for the sake of a man. Fa la 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 la. Thanks everybody.
Nice. Should we?
We got through it.